farmer, friend, singer-songwriter Lyle Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades Chris Horn.
And we're those Taste Bud Guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris. That's Lyle. We're those Taste Bud Guys. Appreciate you joining us. Thanks for giving us a little bit of your time for these next 9 to 13 minutes. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If this is your first time doing it, just know, hey, we don't know nothing about nothing. We don't pretend to know nothing about nothing. We're just two guys, Southern Missouri. We like to drink, as you can tell, and we try new things. And when we try new things, we like to share them with everybody, and that's our little gig right now. If this is not your first time joining it, thanks for joining us again, and we much appreciate that. Also, we have some people over here that's donated some stuff. This particular episode, we have decided to show off Rejon Tequila. They would appreciate that you went and checked them out. We would appreciate you went and checked them out. And we'd appreciate that you comment down below in one of those episodes and go, holy crap, guys, that stuff is amazing.
I was going to say you will appreciate it because it's...
Yeah, you'll thank us. Okay. QR code.
Yeah, buy us a beer. So to buy us a beer that...
Or Porsche, if you got the means.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, hey.
I don't know how I'll pay the taxes on it.
Bayline doesn't watch the show, do they?
Sorry. Okay,
I'm the sort of topic right now.
Not something else.
We're working with Horse Soldier Bourbon today. We went up to a tasting event in Springfield, Missouri, and met, oh my God, is it Mark?
Well, his name's right on the side of it. Mark.
Hey, look at me. We went through some of their bourbons. Fantastic time. Actually had a cocktail made with, 2 cocktails made with Horse Soldier that were absolutely...
Not this one, though, right?
The second cocktail was made with this one.
It was
that one we all
fanboyed over,
which of course is the most expensive bottle, and everyone picked that one to make the cocktail.
Sure.
Yeah, but we're...
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. You're right.
But we're working with the barrel strength. This is going to be 62.3%, 124.6 proof.
Say that again?
124.6 proof.
Music to me.
Yeah, she's a hot one.
What's that in metric numbers?
I don't know. I had so many comments I can make right now. I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, this has a really interesting story behind it. We'll get to that in a little bit, although I'm sure if you've heard about Horse Soldier at all, you know what's going on. Let's get to taste.
Yeah, let's get right to the things for those people that care about that kind of thing and didn't just tune in to hear us talk.
So the char level on this is, I feel like, pretty high, or at least it comes through nicely. She's stout on the nose, but not, you can tell it's high proof and it has some alcohol boom to it, but not anything that's so off-putting that you're like...
No, it's really polite for
100
knowing what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I mostly get wood notes off that.
Wood notes, there's a bit of a green apple underneath that.
Yeah, I could see that.
This isn't rye. It's not a rye, right? It's bourbon. Because it has a spicy little note on the character on the nose.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of a rye.
It kind of has that little bit of a almost not weedy. I started to say weedy, but rye, peppery.
We had the mash bill.
Here's the other. Almost rather than being in my nose, it's almost in my eyes that I'm feeling that type of.
We had a little paper with a mash bill on for each one, and we lost it.
Oh, you know what? Let me look. It's probably on my desk.
Probably. But yeah, I could see it having some rye in there. Regardless, it has a nice forward pepper note, ringing past that kind of charred oak.
Let's say white pepper.
Don't. Just pretentious.
Whatever. Yeah, sounds good. I've heard other people say that.
Oh, man. Woo! She starts nice and polite and just freight trains all the way to the finish.
This is not the one you want to start with.
No, this is a big one. It's not bad. Do not get...
Oh, yeah, don't take those.
There's some cherry.
If you don't like big, bold, this one doesn't pull any punches. So
it's not
you might want to think about watering it down, which, hey, if you do that, you get more out of the bottle.
Yeah. And also, I'll just tone down all those flavors.
Might even put a drop before this is over. Just try it. So
I think that might be, well, no, I'm not going to. You can do it.
We'll try it.
But this one it's bold. I'm getting some big cherry notes that come through on the underside, but that sort of charcoal flavor rides over the top, and it just, from the moment it hits your tongue, it starts here and just ramps up until it's out of your mouth, and then it just kind of
Then you
blossoms in your mouth. Like,
bloom.
yeah. Like a good moonshine, honestly.
So you're not wrong. The primary notes is alcohol and char. That's the two big things you get right. That's the thing you got to work past to get. Now, it's worth working past it. There is some really good things under there. I didn't get the cherry. I'm getting more of a darker, like a molasses almost note.
Okay.
I've got a really deep darkness that comes along with it. Similar to the Kentucky, no, not Kentucky, that fire.
Oh,
I can't think.
Roland?
Yeah, the Roland.
Dark fire?
Dark fire, that's what else. Similar to that, which is, I guess, probably still coming back to the char, but it is lending this characteristic underneath it that gives it this nice kind of mellow darkness that, it feels good.
So I'm on my third sip now, and the cherry note that I got on the first blush has dissipated a little bit. Still there, about a third the way through my sip, it sits there. But what is really interesting to me right now, that green apple note that you got on the nose has, I'm pretty sure that's what's translating on the taste for me, and it's got a very grassy.
Okay, so I'm getting some grassy notes in there for sure. What I'm trying to find, there's a fruit in there that I haven't figured out what it is. It's not apple. The apple I got on the nose, I'm not finding any apple in the flavor.
I'm not either.
But there is some type of fruit that I'm trying to figure out what that is that's laying in there, and I don't know. I'm a lack of words for it.
It tastes like hay to me.
Like alfalfa.
Yeah, it's dusty a little bit and just grassy, but dried grass maybe, hay. But it's very earthy. Very earthy on the finish after a couple sips for me.
So what about the traditional bourbon notes? I know you mentioned cherry, but what about the saddle leather? You've been saying earthy, so...
I think leather is probably where I would go on the taste for this predominantly.
Really? Because I'm not feeling like it's... Well, maybe that's not true.
Like a fresh leather. Like not like old, like a belt that you've had.
I'm thinking of like wet. Like a wet leather is more...
Yeah, I'd go with that. But like you're in a leather shop. Like that smell.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So like,
I think,
new leather being cut, new leather being soaked, new leather being like stained and conditioned, like all the stuff that comes along with that.
Such a fun whiskey, though.
I was gonna say that's the one thing that I recall about this is, man, you can talk about this for so long.
Yeah.
Really cool story. It's worth mentioning, although there's
let's hit it real quick. High points. I know we're gonna go a little long with going too deep, but let's do a little bit of.
This was produced by basically the guys that went in first after the 9/11 attacks into Afghanistan, and they basically rode horses.
Yeah, there's
their job was to kind of take the local rebel faction. What's that?
What's the name of the movie?
Oh, 12 Strong.
12 Strong. Yeah, so I was going to say something. 12. 12 Strong's the movie. Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth plays Mark.
Yeah.
So he showed us some pictures of them guys together. Yeah, really bad. That's a story I'm never getting.
Yeah.
So super cool thing.
I didn't tell my wife that part. I didn't want any comparisons.
Yeah, no, that's that. But the cool thing, the part that we like to talk about was the bottles were produced out of molds that was made from the steel from the towers when they fell.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, it's a little bit like cliche and thing, but I actually am pretty stoked that they did that. That they took the time to make it.
On first blush, it seems like a marketing gimmick. It seems like
Sure.
a little disingenuous, a little crass. However, here's what I think saves all of that and makes it way cooler is that they've had the opportunity and needed to produce more whiskey. They could have made a lot more money by having new molds so they could make more bottles. And they chose not to remain a small production so that every bottle came out of those molds.
Yeah.
That we're coming.
And the bottles,
Like, I just have to say, like, I'm such a skeptic, and when it comes to marketing stuff, and if there's a story like that, I mean, honestly, this is
no, that's a fair.
but
Yeah.
it does feel like come on, really. After listening to the guy, doing a little bit of research on it, like
Chat with them for an hour or so afterwards.
super genuine, super authentic. It's as incredible as it sounds.
Yeah. Just one more quick thing about the bottle. This is an embossed. It's not plate, foil, whatever. It's embossed on the front. You can feel it's raised. They do a great job on the cork. It's a wood cap over a cork. They do really nice work on the bottle. So the bottle is something that's beautiful to begin with, and then you get the story with the nonetheless. It's kind of worthwhile. I really did enjoy it more than I probably should have.
It's so interesting. This is not my these big grassy earthy notes are not my cup of tea with this stuff.
I like an earthy, mushroomy
Mushroom, that's yeah.
Did I not say that earlier?
Maybe I probably didn't.
I didn't. I didn't.
But this is so interesting to talk about that it's like it doesn't even hardly matter if you like it, if it's your thing. It's so interesting.
It is fun.
All right, until next time.
Whether it be the story you're telling,
The food you're eating,
clothes you're wearing,
or the people you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new.
my clothes are from Samuel Burton. Hey guys, thanks for watching this long. If you've made it this far, we'd really appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, do all the things that you normally would do down below. Please take some time to go over there and check out our friends at Rejon Tequila and any other places that we've asked you to. It helps us tremendously because it helps them and they help us. So the most direct way you could help us is that QR code we talked about at the beginning of the show. That is the most prominent way we can buy more things without breaking our budget.
Yeah.
And we would appreciate that tremendously.
Cheers.